Hello everybody, welcome back to Talking Wolves. Welcome back to another match preview today on the channel. Today I'm joined with Matt Cooper. Matt, how's it going, man?
Not too bad, mate. How are you?
All good, all good.
Good.
So we're going to be previewing today the game against Leicester City. Wolves are away. The first league away game of the season. We just had the Carabao Cup draw as well. Not fantastic, but we'll leave that for another video anyway. But before we kick off, guys, as always, make sure you check us out on the social medias. Link to those are in the description. Make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Also, we've got some bets and some specials from our partners at FansBet. You can check them out. Make sure to drop a link to them in the description. A couple for this weekend. So Wolves to draw 1-1 and Costa to score anytime at 33-1. Wolves to win 2-1 and Jimenez to score anytime at 28-1. Wolves to win 2-0 and Neves to score the first goal at 125-1. And Wolves to win, West Brom and Villa both to lose or draw at 16-1. So you can check all of those out on the specials at FansBet. But Matt, obviously, going on to the game. Firstly, everyone, as well, thanks for the support on last week's preview. It did really, really well, and hopefully we can continue to do that. We'll quickly go over last week's game as well, though, Matt. Against Everton, obviously, we've had a few words about it on the channel, but overall, what did you think of the performance?
I thought it was a good performance. I think Wolves are just unknown. I would have just got the first game out of the way. Just anything but a loss, really.
Yeah.
So we're still carrying the momentum through from last season. I thought we matched Everton, even when we had 11 versus 11. I think the draw was a fair result, but there's some positive signs there. I thought Jimenez played very, very well. He's tireless. He's just exactly what we need. I know I was disappointed for us not to sign another striker, but if Jimenez can play the way he did and he got his goal, took it really well. And yeah, it was a good performance, and obviously Neves orchestrated things in the middle. So yeah, positive signs. First game, still without Dendoncker and Adama. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with what you said there. It was a good test for Wolves, and although Everton had 10 men, it obviously made it very, very difficult for Wolves. And I think overall they, showed a good performance. We'll quickly check some, as we did last year, stats, the head-to-heads, and so on. And Wolves have got a pretty good record against Leicester, to be honest. I mean, the last time they met was all the way back in 2013. Leicester did get the win there. But other than that, Wolves have only lost once in the last 5 games between Leicester and obviously themselves. So overall, they've got a pretty decent record if you go back, the last 10 years or so. I think this is even a different sort of test for Wolves, Matt. I think probably both squads at the moment, maybe quality-wise, are at similar levels. And I think this, for Wolves, if they can get a win here, especially with a tough game against Manchester City next week, 4 points from, let's say, I'm presuming Man City are going to beat us here. 4 points from the first 3 games, especially with the fixtures that we were handed, must be a pretty decent start for Wolves, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, you'd have snapped your hand off if they said 4 points from August, excluding West Ham, actually.
Yeah.
Maybe get a point there. But it's funny, I was saying this the other day, I think Man City at home is a game where we could probably get more from than we could get to Leicester, because we're at home, and whilst we're at home, we've always got a chance, because Molyneux was rocking Saturday back to how it normally should be. I know towards the tail end of last season it started to was a bit quiet because we expected to steamroll teams.
Yeah.
Leicester's going to be a tough game. Only Premier League champions a few years ago. It's mad to think that they've got quality players, Vardy, Ndidi, Maguire, and they've got quality all over. But it's a new test for Leicester. Like, they probably haven't come up against someone like us from the Championship in terms of quality. So yeah, I think it'll be a tough game, and I'd take a point now. But yeah.
I think there's a lot of pressure on Leicester. I think even their current manager Claude Puel, he's under a lot of pressure. He's currently the favourite to be the first manager to lose his job in the Premier League, so it's important for Leicester to get a good start in the Premier League. They're going to be hoping, their first game of the season, they played against Manchester United, lost out in the end by 1 goal. But in spells there, they showed that there were, a quality side there. They're going to think this game against Wolves, for them, in their eyes, is probably winnable. Wolves fans probably think this is winnable as well. It's going to offer a different test to Everton. I mean, you named a couple of players there, Matt, but for Leicester, who do you reckon the key men are going to be? Who are the sort of 2 or 3 players that Wolves really need to look out for?
If you watch the previous videos, I'm going to say Maddison, because all through the summer I'd say Wolves on Maddison, Wolves on Maddison. He's tremendous, very good player, but I don't really know. I really like Ndidi. I know a few people aren't too convinced about him, but I really like Ndidi.
I think, obviously Jamie Vardy as well, who you mentioned earlier on, he's always going to be, I think he's one of the only players to score sort of over 10, 15 goals last season. And, with his pace, Wolves at times, we saw that last week, just looked a little bit open, and Richarlison, especially down that right-hand side, at times found it a little bit too easy to cut open past Doherty and so on. But we'll talk about the team lineup and stuff later on. As you say, Maguire as well, proved to have test, obviously from set pieces. Wolves looked a little bit sloppy last week. Hopefully they've sharpened up on that, but obviously they've got a couple of players that can probably cause some problems there. But other than that, Matt, let's quickly touch on the lineup there. Do you think there'll be many changes to that opening weekend? Do you think he may well drop Doherty? Do you think Dendoncker will come in, or do you reckon he'll just keep the same 11?
I don't think he'll drop Doherty. I think if he plays poorly again, he will for Man City. Because Vinagre did more in the 10 minutes he came on, and Doherty did in 90 minutes. I thought he was shocking, Doherty. He just got torn in the arse every time that ball went down that left-hand side. He was just, he was garbage. I think it's kind of a wake-up call for him. I think if Dendoncker's going to come in and play, I don't think it'll be for Bennett. I think he'll maybe come in for Martinho. Someone a bit more combative in midfield, like I said, like we did in Didi, and he's a big strapping lad. It was same with just a guy at the weekend. He bossed midfield just physically. So I think if Dendoncker does come in, he'll probably play in that central holding midfielder role. I know Adama was back in training this week, last couple of days or so. We'd like to see him on the bench. He won't start, but again, they're not going to risk him. But I think if he's on the bench, he could change the game. As Doherty said this week, he's unplayable.
Do you think Wolves, not win, but do you think he would have made a big difference if he played on Saturday or came off the bench?
Yeah, he's so explosive, especially not having Cav now for another month.
Yeah,
he's the only real explosive player we've got who can really get off the mark for like 2 or 3 yards and really burn the fullback. Costa's quick, but off the mark, he's not nowhere near Adama. Yeah, he's not explosive.
So, predictions for Saturday, Matt? You going for a win, draw? Or do you reckon Wolves might lose for the first time? I'm
going to be optimistic. I'm going to go 1-1. I don't want to go out and say 3-0 Wolves, because it's not going to happen. But yeah, I'll say 1-1. I reckon Neves will score another.
Another Neves goal.
Another Neves goal, mate.
Yeah. Well, I'll probably go. I'll stick my neck out and go for a win. Go narrow 1-0 win. There we go. We did ask earlier on Twitter as well for some of your predictions. Simon Curley thinks there's going to be plenty of goals. He went for 3-2 Wolves. Billy Payne went for 3-1 Wolves. Raul and Jota double. Michael said 1-1. Tough first away game. Shiv was hoping for a 2-1, but he thinks it might be 2-2 or 3-3. Kevin Green said 4-0 Wolves. In brackets, he is being serious.
No, he ain't.
Sam Jones says 4-2 Wolves. Paul Nichols says a very close win, 1-0 or 2-1. And Kean says 2-1. So a few Wolves wins. I don't know. I'd have a bit of what Kevin's on, but you know what it is. 4-0. But yeah, hopefully, let us know if you guys go. Me and Matt are going to be going to the game. So as always, if you do see us, say hello. We should be doing a little video, a little away day experience on Talking Wolves. And obviously, as always, the fan reactions to the match as well. Hopefully, Wolves can get the 3 points. As always, leave us your comments in the comment section down below how you think the match is going to go. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Our Twitter links are all in the description, along with the Facebook and Instagram. And obviously, fans bet if you want to put a little bet on those specials that I mentioned earlier on. Until next time though, guys, until we see you again, have a good one and see you soon.